Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to another episode of our Snowfall City here on City Skylines PS4 edition. And as you can see, I've gone ahead and actually started constructing our ring road now. It's not completely finished. You'll see there's some little side bits sticking off. This is basically, wanted to leave these bits in to show you how I've constructed this. So I've got one line that's completely constructed, one lane of the freeway, and the rest still needs to be done. So let's just speed time up a bit. Obviously, we saw what we did with the roundabout here. We've got these little side slip roads here. Oh, that's facing the wrong way there. Let's just quickly change that piece of road's direction. There we go, that's better. That's the way it should be. So, what I did was to make these corners, I had straight pieces and then just drew the line around on one side, and then when I'd made the first corner I then put a side piece in like this, so I could then draw the other curve and try and keep that spacing the same, because obviously it's at a different radius, and the easiest way to do that was to actually have a start point and an end point and then try and line the two up, that way. And then run straight down here. I built a new junction so that we can actually connect to our business and commercial district over here at the edge of Madison Hills. So this is all kind of one way. It's a little slip road coming in, and then a slip road coming up here in case people need to change direction for whatever reason. And then feeding in here, obviously we had a single lane slip road going into two lane traffic, and then here two lane traffic splitting into two single lanes slip roads. Again, we have two lanes on these side pieces here so that the traffic can get into the right lane for whichever way it needs to go, and then slip road coming up on this side, and then same on that side. Single lane slip roads feeding into a single lane exit slip road just there as well. Running that all the way around here. Same again, you can see, look, this is where the old road was constructed, hasn't been upgraded to highway yet, so you can see that's still in place. Brought it over here again, built everything in two lane traffic first to keep it nice and straight, nice and easy to construct, and then it's just a case of going in and upgrading the relevant pieces of road after that as well. Just get rid of these trees that are going to be in the way in the middle. And so here again you can see how I constructed the corner by building that sort of straight piece junction like that, building the first corner and then building the second corner on a slightly wider radius, and having to kind of plot that one by guesswork rather than having a precise measurement like the inside one. But having straight pieces of road to connect onto makes it much easier to do that. Running up here again, creating a split point here, so I've got a nice piece to work my bridges from across here, and then again my corner construction there. Coming over here, I wanted to bend this around a little bit like this, and also I wanted to put in enough of a straight piece here that we would have the option of maybe putting in another exit. I'm not sure whether I want to have a freeway exit just here, or maybe even just along here somewhere, and then maybe have another one coming off here as well. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with that yet, but let's go ahead and finish upgrading our road to freeway. So we're going to go with sound barrier freeway. We're all good along to this point here. So obviously we're going to need to change the direction on some of these pieces. So we get all of this upgraded nicely, so it's all three-lane freeway. We'll take out those connecting pieces as well. Now that you've seen the sort of technique I used to create my my roads and keep them nicely spaced. That was the important thing as well, making sure that the spacing stayed the same. But we have our sort of road that runs all the way around now, our ring road. So this will help manage the traffic really well, I hope. And then from here, we can actually then start adding in some changes to our direction. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Put that back in. Now we need to go to change direction. There we go. And the reason I built this junction like this is I may well, once I've figured out what the internal layout of this is going to be, have a section coming off into this space as well, so that we have, you know, a dual lane junction that fits both sections there. So we need to change direction on these pieces around here. There we go. We need to delete that and that. Change the direction of these pieces. And again, if you're never quite sure, a good way to check as well is street lamps. At a quick glance, the street lamps should be on the outside of your freeway. So if they're on the inside of your freeway, you know at a glance straight away that your freeway is actually in the wrong direction. Obviously, when you get to any kind of junction, you can see, you know, which way the signposts are facing, as to whether or not they're the right way round or not. Like that. So you can see here, those ones are facing the right way. Here, because this traffic is left-hand traffic, so this traffic should be flowing up this way. So you can actually see the blue signposts are on this side, and then, you know, the back of them is against traffic. These ones are the wrong way round, so we flip that one around, and there we go. And signposts have disappeared because we're not at a junction anymore. But again, you can see that those signposts there, they're the wrong way. These are the right way round. Sorry. Traffic coming in this direction here. So you've got the signs, and then that's the back of them, the back of the gantry. And you only really see that if you have an actual junction. So again, we've got some space to maybe create another exit ramp somewhere around here. I want to try and put the international airport in here. Now I'm hoping I have enough space. See, I can't really tell until we unlock it whether or not that's actually going to go in just here. Whether or not the ground is going to be level enough, because it does look a little bit slopey in places, so it might not fit in there. We may need to reroute this section of the ring road completely. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We're about 10,000 people away from being able to do that right now. So that's the wrong way round. Oh, that's deleted it. Damn it. Let's go straight. Connect that back up. There we go. Change direction. So this is all the wrong direction. There we go. Take that junction piece out there. And there you can see the freeway lights on the outside all the way along here, so we know that they are definitely in the right position. Again, we can take out this section now because we don't need that there. And that removes those signposts now that there's no junction there. Same again here, we'll take these out. Although I'm going to leave that piece of road there just in case we do build a slip road on this side, or an exit ramp there. And again here, getting these to stay smooth through this section, this was again a case of building lots of connecting points on one side, and then building the road just on one lane, and then building the inside lane in those gaps, connecting from point there to point there. That's how I managed to keep nice, smooth, you know, hand-drawn curves in free form, and still keep the road, you know, equally spaced all the way around there. It's a good little trick to try. You can find it really does make keeping your freeways looking neat and tidy and a bit more professional. You know, makes it a lot easier to do that. I didn't mean to delete that piece. Keep doing that today. There we go. So this is now That piece here is the wrong way round, so we need to change the direction on that. There we go. It's just a shame I can't upgrade this piece as well because of the angle. I would have really preferred that to have been 3-lane as well, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, we can't get everything right the way we want it. We are, obviously limited on console as to just what we can do with the roads. But there we go. There is our ring road, looking all nice and professional. So let's start figuring out where we're going to put things in here. I have decided I'm going to build a ramp coming off on this part here. So an easy way for us to do that, we know that this is a straight line. Let's just build across like this. I can take these pieces out now, so let's delete all of this to there. We'll leave that there for now. So once again, kind of need to find my center point along here. The easiest way for me to do that is going to be to put a grid in place. Actually, I can probably do it like that. So now if I go to straight, what I want is my roads, I think, my roads are going to need to be there and there. That's going to leave just a 1-space gap. That's not going to be enough, is it? Alright, so we're going to need to change those pieces a little bit as well. Okay, so actually I can do this. Bring these straight down like that. That works. Then they kind of match the points on there. I want to bring these down to, say, here, because I want these to be a nice gradual transition. Let's take these middle pieces out now. There we go. And can I get those closer together? I think I probably can. Let's bring a piece in there and a piece in there. There we go. So now we can take these pieces out. I can bring these. I'm not going to take them all the way up to there, but it gives us again a good base point. So now if I put a cross piece in there, let's go freeform. Let's try and curve these pieces. Let's upgrade these back to the freeway first of all. There we go. And now we want to go to freeform. Can I actually get enough of a curve on these pieces? This is where it starts getting a bit tricky. Trying to get that little bit of curve, but not too much that's going to break everything. And it doesn't want to be purely straight either. There needs to be some kind of bend in the road, as it does tend to look a little bit weird. I think that's going to be as good as I can get it. That looks a bit severe on that side. Why is it done? Let's rebuild that connection. I wonder if I were to maybe bend it round a bit like that, could I then get it to connect in? No. Take that out. Still going to have that same problem. You know what? I've had a new idea. Let's pause for a second. Let's take this out completely. Take out these tiny little piddly pieces here. Let's try that. Let's try that over here as well. This might actually work out quite nicely. So same again. I'm going to try and eyeball this a little bit. Then find a break point. So there's one here. So can we now curve a piece across? Not really curve it, no. We can kind of do a straightish piece. Let's try and go straight. Okay, that's kind of worked. Let's try and do the same on this side as well. So let's get a free form. Eyeball this across to that kind of junction, which is about there. Yeah, that kind of works. We'll do the same here. So try and eyeball it. That looks about right. There we go. And now it's such a shame I can't just do a nice smooth split to connect these two pieces of road together. Alright, let's try and do just a straight line across and a straight line up. It doesn't want to do straight at all, does it? Ooh, no, that's awful. Right, how about if we can try and now build a roundabout inside this zone here. If we can get a roundabout in here, that would kind of give me roughly what it was I was trying to do the first time. So Now I need to try and find a good midway point to actually build from. It's a little bit high. That could work. And then that looks to be our midpoint. Yeah, that works. Okay, so let's go. You see, this is a kind of roundabout I've wanted to try and build for a while, but you know, it's very, very difficult to build this style of roundabout on console. Basically, where we have the road with dedicated slip roads to the side junctions, and then everything else feeding into a curved roundabout. This roundabout might not be big enough. Might need to go up an extra bit. Yeah, we are going to have to go up a bit. That's too small. Okay, so let's rework that. So let's go straight. There we go. So instead of just going 4 pieces, let's go 6 blocks this time. And try a 6-block roundabout. See if that's any better. There we go. Let's go back to curved. There we go. That's a good sized roundabout. So we'll keep these slip pieces in for now. What I need to do now is go to freeform, and I need to try and find a way to bring our road onto our roundabout, but at a nice, good angle. That's not too bad. Now we need to do the same here. So I kind of want that to be sort of, almost had it, there we go, like that. It's not flawless by any stretch of the imagination, but you get the general idea of what it is I'm trying to do. And let's do the same over here as well. So traffic coming off here is going to want to kind of bend back onto this road here. There we go. And I kept these cross pieces in so that it didn't severely distort the roundabout. So now we've got traffic's going to feed in. I need traffic to feed in here as well, don't I? This could get a little bit messy. I don't know if this is actually going to work as a junction or not. No, I don't think it is. That's too, feeds in at the wrong point. So can I get it to feed anywhere other than that centerpiece? Probably not, because of that slip point there. Let's try that again. maybe it's just going to be easy to do it like that. Take that piece out. See, now I need a piece that's going to go that way, and again, it's not going to do it. Yeah, there needs to be a nice, simple, easy way to do this. Got to try and figure this out. So we've got traffic going round. Let's see, traffic's coming in this way. Going to feed in that way. Now, if I want it to go onto that bit there, then I need to basically get it to come onto this and then back down again. Maybe this needs to be raised, and then it can go. No, then that becomes messy. You see, it would be really good if if we had the ability to just merge these pieces together, like you can on PC. I really hope we get the ability to do something like that in the future, or we actually get some pre-made stuff that we can drop in. Because I basically want traffic to be able to come off here onto the roundabout and then come back off this way if I want them to, if they need to. And I can't find a good, clean way of doing that at the moment. Other than kind of doing that. Which is less than ideal. There needs to be a way to feed the traffic back out the way it needs to go. So this is good for traffic going that way. And if I want traffic to go that way, kind of need to do that. But that just becomes a bit messy. You know what? It might work. We'll try it. It's better than nothing. Let's just try and make these a little bit tidier, I suppose. That's about as good as that one's going to get, I think. There we go, and just this piece left to do. So curve on like that, and try and curve off here. There we go. Right, so now I need to make these all one-way pieces, so that they're all facing. Oops, no, don't delete. So they're all feeding out the right way. These all need to be one-way pieces. Let's do the whole roundabout first of all. Yeah. Okay, so that's one way. That's one way. One way. One way. One way. That's all. One way. Okay. Now I need to make these one way. Okay. Right. So let's remove the cross pieces like that. Okay, let's see what we can and can't upgrade. That's going to be the next issue, as to whether or not we can actually make this 3-lane road. So this we can upgrade like that. Again, I'm going to have to check directions in a moment. We'll get it all upgraded first of all, and then we can sort it all out afterwards. It won't let me do the piece underneath. Of course it won't. Oh, all that piece there. Okay, so that's not going to need to be 3-lane. We're going to have to change those. Alright, can I make the roundabout 3-lane? Yes, I can. I can make all of that 3-lane. Excellent. So now I just need to do this section. Actually, we keep that 2-lane. Let's make these slip roads. Let's get the directions sorted out before we change these to slip roads, because it'll be easier to see with 2-lane pieces of traffic. So let's convert this back to 2-lane there. Need to convert that back to single lane, and that single lane, and that single lane. So that needs to be 2-lane, 2-lane there. There we go. Alright, so change direction. Let's get this the right way round. That's the right way round. Feeding around the right way round there. Why is that saying wrong direction just there? Ah, looks like yeah, the street lights will go on the inside for double traffic, which is a bit confusing. Oh, there we go, on the outside, on the outside. So that's all facing the right way. On the outside. So flip the direction of that piece. That piece is fine. Flip the direction of that piece. There we go. No, the roundabout's all facing the right way. What's the wrong way on this one? This piece here. Change the direction on that. That's good. That's good. That's the wrong way. Can't see which way that's facing. That's the right way. Again, I can't see which way that's facing. I think it's going to be coming up here. I think that's the wrong way round. I think that's the right way round for that piece. Right. We're almost done with our funky roundabout. So let's switch these to slip roads. Okay, let's switch this back to slip road. I think we're ready to test this thing. Spacing isn't perfect, but it's a shame we don't have more traffic to go through here at the moment, but so far it seems to work. I'm very tentative it works, but you know, it's a little bit Yeah, it's a little bit hodgepodge, but it kind of works. So let's see how that holds up in the future once we start getting more traffic in. Alright, wow, that took a lot longer than expected. We have our main entry point down here. Okay, so now we need to kind of start building a zone in here. So let's take these pieces out for a second. What I want to try and do is bring these pieces together. So let's go to straight. Put our connecting piece in there. So I want them to come down to about here. Okay, now let's upgrade. This is where it might start complaining again. I know we've been able to make that connection there. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. And we're going to convert that into a 6-lane piece of road like that. There we go. I can redo these splits, I think. I can also give myself perhaps a little bit more room to work with. Let's just bring that, oops, bring that down a bit more. Build a cross piece there, take that little bit off. Right, so let's try that again. That's better, that's smoother, that's nicer. I like that. Okay, so we've got a feed-in point here. So now we need to have, I think, a little roundabout coming off here. So as always, I like to build my roundabouts with single lane. I just find it much easier to build them this way. There we go. So we've got our main ring road that runs all the way around the edge of our city. Now we've got a good split point on the interior. We will actually create a second junction coming down on this side as well. We'll probably have main roads that branch off this way, and then lots of side streets filling this. We're going to really block district this. I may even have an exit point over here. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start laying down some road on the interior here, so I'll catch up with you in just a moment. Okay, so it's starting to take some shape now. You can see I've added in the second side. Obviously I need to tidy that up a little bit. I've also gone and dropped in some large roads just as a kind of a guide as to where I want my main streets to be, some side bits for zoning. What I've also done is I've created this kind of bridge here which runs over that freeway entrance there, all the way over this section, over that freeway there, and links in there. And I'm going to have some little side roads that are going to feed off that. So sort of have a road coming off here somewhere, feeding down into here, probably another one feeding into here, and then I may even keep that bridge going further along there and then feed off down into here. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it this side of the freeway just yet, but yeah, I definitely plan to. I can't bring one down here because of the way that pillar is, but I can bring a road in, say down here for example. I can definitely bring one in just here like this if I wanted to. So let's just go ahead and bring a road down like this, and then I could bring this up nice good angle like that and connect that in like that. That works And as I say, there's nothing to stop me from doing something similar over here as well. So I just wanted to have sort of a secondary link to our main city over there, rather than having this huge, great big junction over here. I mean, this is just going to feed into the residential area and kind of over into this bit here. But this one is a major junction because it goes to this large, huge commercial zone here, and then we've got a big office zone here that we can obviously look to expand down into this section as well, now that we don't have that barrier along the edge there that we had before. So we're starting to get some good zoning in. These are all spaced quite nicely. As you can see, I've got little gaps in between each of these blocks, just so that if I need to upgrade any of these roads to twin roads, it just makes that a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and just push these roads up here. I've deliberately kept the roads short there because of the roundabout, but I will connect these ones up just here. Now, I've been looking at different connections over here. I might not connect down there. In fact, I probably won't do, but I will connect just there, because otherwise we're going to have this tiny little road, you know, junction just there. It's too much. Or I could do that actually. Let's give that a try. I want to try and mix things up a little bit over here on our waterfront area, so it's not overly samey. But yeah, you can see it's starting to come along quite nicely. In fact, I think we're ready to start laying down some important stuff over here. So let's put down some plumbing. I could have some waste management services in this area here actually as well, out the way, and then I could actually have a bridge coming across over there, dropping into that section, linking onto this bridge, which then feeds into these areas. Yeah, that could work. That could work quite nicely, and it keeps all that traffic off this section here as well. So yeah, let's start getting our piping in. This is going to be kind of like the end here, so there we go. Let's run that all the way down in a straight line. Just going to run it down to here for now. Yeah, that works. I'm going to draw a line all the way across. There we go. Connect that up. I'm using the grids to make sure that they stay in a nice, easy, trackable position. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build a straight line along the bottom as well, just to make things a little bit easier to connect. So the next piece, there we go. Again, run that up to our top connection there, and then run it all the way down to our bottom connection there. The next one I'm going to have to build over here where we've got some grids to work from. There we go. Up in a nice straight smooth line, and bring that down like that. There we go. And then I need to do something similar over here as well. Touch more. Too much. Perfect. And let's bring that down to there. Alright, so we've got ourselves a nice good connection to our heating network there. I can put in some heating supplies over here as well, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put in some services on this side over here. So let's take a road over the top. Bring that down like so, and then from here let's put in a side road there and put something that way as well, but mainly in this area I think. So we need to have boilers and heating plants, so let's put in a road here for those. Let's move that. Ah, no, I can't put too close to that, can I? So, yeah, that'll do. Maybe a bit more. Let's go there. There we go. That should hopefully give me enough space to build into. Let's go to heating. Geothermal plants. I see, they're going to come off the road like that, so okay, let's put a geothermal there. Can I squeeze one in there? No, I can't. Can't fit two side by side, but I can get them either side of the road. Like that. There we go. So let's just remove that piece of road there. Ah, so it is needed. Okay. Let's connect that like that, and connect that like that. There we go. Let's put in our waste management services. So a couple of incinerators. Let's get them on this side of the road over here. 4 of those. There go all the trucks. We're going to want a snow dump. So let's go to our roads. And let's put a snow dump just there and just there, and a road maintenance depot just fits beautifully in that spot just there. Okay, excellent. So now I need to obviously connect all these up with pipes and everything else. Let's bring that straight down. To there. Like that. Build a pipe straight across like so. And then here, obviously we can connect like that, and I can now try and remove that piece of pipe. There we go. So we have those there. Let's connect to our main network over here as well, so that we have a connected water supply. There we go. I need to connect power, because even though we have, you know, some power output there, it's not going to be enough. So let's draw power lines like that, connect that section up. Excellent. We're going to need a station. I haven't figured out where to put the station yet, or where I'm going to bring the trains in from. Didn't think that one through. Alright, okay, well, I want to try and start at least getting some people into this area, so let's start just zoning in some housing. I'm going to play about with road layouts in a little while, but I want to at least start putting in some bits and bobs for people. Let's have a little bit of a commercial block here. Like that. Let's put in an office block near it as well. And now let's try and connect our zones a little bit. Wait for them to start spawning stuff in. I better put some police and fire in over here as well. Let's start with a police block there. Oh, that's fire, isn't it? Okay, fire there. Police opposite side, like that. Hospital. Cemetery. With a crematorium next door. Hell, let's go with 2 crematoriums. That's enough for services for now. Just need to get the power into this district now, so it's going to be the easiest way for me to do that. Guess running power lines up this way, and then trying to connect to that there. There we go. So now, hopefully, we should start to see an increase in traffic using our new roundabout system. Alright, so that seems like a good place to end this particular episode. We'll let this area grow up a little bit in terms of buildings and population and so on and so forth. I'll probably do a little bit of restructuring. I need to finish laying out the road network and upgrading certain roads to triple and so on and so forth. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I am JBob, and I'll be back with some more Snowfall City Skylines very soon.